Let me tell you something, my friend. The day you stop chasing her, the day you finally pull your energy back, is the day the entire story flips upside down. See, most men don't realize this. They think silence is just quiet. They think pulling away means fading into background. But for her, that silence is chaos. Not the kind of chaos she shows the world, but the kind that creeps into her thoughts late at night, when the phone is in her hand and your name doesn't light up the screen anymore. She thought she could always count on you. That no matter how distant she acted, no matter how cold she became, you'd still be there, texting, calling, showing up, orbiting her like the earth around the sun. But when you finally choose yourself instead of her, when you stop playing her game, you don't just walk away. You shatter the script she's been living by. And that's when something powerful happens. Not to her, but to you, because your silence isn't emptiness. It's presence, it's strength, it's power. And today, I'm going to walk you through what really unfolds when you stop chasing. The first thing, the ground beneath her shakes. Look, picture this. She's been used to you always being there. The guy who texts in the morning, likes every post, shows up when she drops a hint. You were the mirror she checked every day. Your attention told her, yeah, you're that girl. Now imagine one morning she wakes up and that mirror isn't there. No good morning text. No quick reaction to her story. Just silence. It's like someone pulled a rug out from under her. You know that small shock you get when you thought the floor is solid and suddenly it moves? That's her brain for the next few days. She starts replaying things. That one joke you laughed at, the last time she saw you, the message she sent that you didn't answer. She goes through it like someone looking for a lost key. Where did it go? When did I lose it? Let me tell you about a friend of mine. He used to double text when he panicked. She'd post something vague. He'd try to explain, he'd try to fix it. One time he stepped back, didn't answer for 2 days. She messaged a friend asking, did I do something? She wasn't acting cold because she wanted to be mean. She was confused. The role she'd always played, the one where she could get a reaction, was gone. That's the thing. It's not about you walking away to hurt her. It's about you walking out of the tiny play she'd been acting in. And when the cues disappear, people freak. Not because they don't care, but because their script just got rewritten and they don't know their lines anymore. The second thing, silence makes you louder. Here's the second thing, man. Silence actually makes you louder. Sounds strange, right? You'd think that by going quiet, you'd fade away, like background noise. But no, the opposite happens. It's like this. Imagine you're at a party, music blasting, people laughing. You can barely hear yourself think. Then suddenly the power cuts. No music, no chatter, just silence. What happens? Everyone freezes, and you can suddenly hear the tiniest sounds. Someone tapping their fingers, even your own heartbeat. That's how your absence hits her. When you stop chasing, she starts noticing what's not there. No good morning, text lighting up her phone. No little comment on her photo. No quick reply to her story where she's clearly fishing for attention. And here's the crazy part. The less you do, the more she feels it. Because now, she's forced to face a truth she didn't want to see. Your energy wasn't some automatic thing. It wasn't guaranteed. You gave it. And now, you've taken it back. That silence, that stillness, it's not empty. It's powerful. It's you saying without a single word, I'm not playing that game anymore. Now here's the third thing. When you go quiet, she starts making up stories in her head to explain it. See, the human mind hates uncertainty. When we can't figure something out, we fill in the blanks. And that's exactly what she does. She starts telling herself, he must be talking to someone else. He must have found somebody better. He's probably moved on already. Even if the truth is you're just hitting the gym, focusing on work, or chilling with your boys, in her head, it's always another woman. Why? Because in her world, men don't just pull back for peace. They only pull back if they've been replaced. That's how her ego protects her. It's easier for her to believe he left because of someone else than to face the sting of realizing she never had the control she thought she did. And here's the wild part. These imaginary rivals she creates, they hurt her more than reality ever could. Because it's not just you she's fighting for anymore. It's her pride, her status, her self-image. That's when the silence doesn't just bother her, it eats at her. The fourth thing, the test begins. Don't ever think her silence is just random. Nah, it's usually calculated. All of a sudden, her replies come way slower than before. She'll leave you on read for hours, just to see if you react. Then she posts a song lyric that feels a little too specific, like it was meant for you to see. Or she goes cold in conversation, acting distant, and then pretends like nothing's wrong. That's not an accident. That's bait. What she's really doing is checking. Will he fold? Will he panic? Will he chase me again like before? And honestly, most guys fail right there. They can't handle the tension. They rush back in with a text, a call, or even a long emotional message just to feel steady again. But here's the thing. When you don't react, when you hold your line, something changes. Her tricks, the ones that used to work every single time, suddenly fall flat. And when they stop working, she feels something she never expected. She's no longer in control. That's when the power shift becomes undeniable. Because for the first time, she realizes she's not pulling the strings anymore. You are. Now here's the fifth thing. Her fear of losing control. And trust me, this one runs deeper than you think. See, her biggest fear isn't actually losing you. It's losing the grip she had over you. For years, she could play that push and pull game, give you attention, then take away, and like clockwork, you'd react. She knew how to set the rhythm, and you danced to it every single time. That's where her power came from. But when her silence stops shaking you, when her little tricks don't pull you back in, that's when something new creeps in: helplessness. And for someone who built her confidence on control, helplessness feels like drowning. Now, she won't show you that outright. On the surface, she might be all smiles, posting selfies that scream, "I'm good without you," acting like she's living her best life. But behind the curtain, there's panic. Panic that you're no longer reacting the way you used to. Panic that her silence doesn't move you anymore. And that realization, it actually cuts deeper than rejection ever could. Because rejection means you didn't want her. But losing control means she doesn't even influence you. And that's a whole different kind of pain. The sixth thing, the reflection turns inward. At first, she points a finger at you. He's acting different. He must be distracted. Maybe he's got someone else. But after a while, when none of those stories make sense, the spotlight shifts. And instead of questioning you, she starts questioning herself. And this, my friend, is where the real storm begins. See, for a long time, her sense of worth has been tied to attention. Compliments, stares, messages, the chase, all of it told her she was valuable, that she was unforgettable. But when you go quiet, when you stop feeding that loop, the silence becomes a mirror she can't escape. And in that mirror, she starts whispering things she'd never admit out loud. What if I'm not as unforgettable as I thought? What if he saw through me? What if I wasn't enough to keep him? She'll never let the world hear those questions. To everyone else, she'll keep posting, keep smiling, keep acting like she's living her best life. But in the quiet moments, late at night, alone with her thoughts, those doubts echo. And here's the truth you need to understand. That's the storm you'll never see. Because your silence doesn't just bother her. It forces her to face something she's avoided her whole life. The reality that her power wasn't permanent. So remember this, my friend. Your silence isn't a game. It's not about winning or losing. It's a mirror. It forces her to confront the things she never questioned before. Her control, her identity, her worth. But here's the twist. The real transformation was never about her. It was about you. Because the moment you stopped chasing, you reclaimed the energy you didn't even realize you were giving away. You become scarce, focused, sovereign. And that's the paradox. The less you need her, the more powerful you appear in her eyes. But the true reward isn't her obsession. It's your freedom. Because a man who can hold silence without folding, that's the man who has mastered himself. And that, my friend, is power no one can ever take from you.